The short film tells the story of a woman named Caroline, who became a widow after her husband died in an accident. Due to the loss of her husband, Caroline feels a need in her body that she has never felt before, and she leans toward a young man named Malik, who suffers from a mental disability. At the beginning of the story, a vast area appears, and in the same place, we see a woman taking a shower. The location is far from the city because it is situated on an island. Caroline is the main character in the story, and only a few months have passed since her husband's death, but even then, not a single day goes by without her remembering him. For this reason, she often appears in the film as a sad, constantly lonely woman. She is alone on the island, but her quiet life suddenly changes when her friend Selena visits her one day. It seems she has something she wants to ask Caroline about. Selena has a brother, and at first glance, you can immediately notice that there is something different about his personality. His name is Malik, and when she and her sister were young, they became orphans. Every time Selena would leave, she used to leave her younger brother with Caroline, and she was very lucky. When Selena left, Caroline invited Malik to go for a walk, and they went for a while to her favorite place on the island, where she and her husband often used to go on picnics. Caroline stood for a while on a large rock, and as she was contemplating, Malik accidentally touched her shoulder, and it seemed as though the woman received an electric shock. Later, after they went for a walk, they returned to Caroline's house so she could prepare something for him to eat. Meanwhile, they were enjoying themselves, and Malik saw a picture of Caroline and her deceased husband. Caroline asked the young man, Malik, what he wanted her to cook with the meat, and Malik said he wanted a roast. Suddenly, Caroline remembered her dead husband. In the meantime, Malik was sitting at the same table where Caroline's husband used to sit, which made it feel as if the past was coming back to her. Caroline tried to make the innocent child wear her husband's clothes, but it seemed this was too much, and Malik did not like it, so Caroline got angry with him. Caroline turned her attention to something else and went to her room to write on her laptop, as she always does when she is alone, but she was still unable to get her husband's image out of her mind. After that, she took a bath to get rid of the heat she was feeling. At the same time, the bathroom door suddenly opened where Caroline was bathing, and after a short while, Malik entered and said someone was calling on the phone. Caroline went to answer, and while she was surprised, Malik left the bathroom upon her order. But moments later, she followed him wearing only a towel. In the next scene, Caroline appeared angry at the boy, but here she grabbed Malik's hand and slept beside him until the scene changed. That night, while Malik was in the bedroom, he couldn't sleep because of the noise of the clock, which made him decide to get up. However, he heard a mysterious sound in the other room where Caroline was sleeping, so he immediately went to her. When Malik entered Caroline's room, he heard a faint moaning as if she had a fever, but he was surprised by what he saw, because Caroline was busy with something else. She was very surprised that Malik was in her room. The young man said he couldn't sleep because of the clock's noise, so he asked Caroline if he could stay with her tonight. Caroline knew Malik's condition and childhood, which is why she did not reject his request. Shortly after, the boy wanted to ask her another favor, saying he wanted to do something for her if she did what she was doing. The next day, the two protagonists argue like a mother and son, because Malik really seems like a child who doesn't want to take a bath. He pushes Caroline and leaves the house, while Caroline follows him outside to ask him to take a bath. After a long explanation, Caroline finally allowed Malik to go back inside the house to take a bath. Meanwhile, Caroline looks at Malik for a moment, and it seems as though she is feeling the heat again. At the same time, the child makes another request to Caroline, wanting her to help him take a bath and massage his back. Malik takes Caroline's hand, and that is what happens next. The next day, Malik's older sister, Selena, finally arrived. She is here to pick up little Malik and take him back home, but this time it seems Malik does not want to go with his sister. Selena talks to him about the necessity of leaving, but Malik stands up and approaches Caroline. Based on her reaction, she really doesn't want Malik to leave either. Selena is unaware of what happened, so in the end, Caroline tells her that Malik will stay with her for another day, because he seems to want to teach her how to fish first. The film ends with Selena agreeing to what her brother wants, while talking to Caroline about it before saying goodbye. Finally, it shows at the end that the main characters are getting onto the boat. Caroline can never bring her former husband back to life, but Malik is still here, and that is what gives her a smile in her life. If you liked the movie, don't forget to press the like button on the video, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell button to receive everything new we offer.